Welcome to Brothaspeak Podcast, where we talk about Black LGBT issues and topics, and I am your host, Chris. We're coming to you today with a podcast that we talk about the booty call. Yes, the booty call. It's kind of long overdue. And also the different dynamics of the booty call within the Black gay relationships and also Black gay community. As we all know, many times when we have booty calls, well, it kind of changes a little bit. Changes to friendships, changes into business partners, changes into, just in case those every now and then blue moon or blue nights where you need some comfort. And it may change into a different type of relationship where you never really thought it would actually go. And I wanted to explore that a little bit, and I do have special guests where we actually discussed it over dinner. One, Titus, who is a professional licensed therapist, his brother, Tony, who's also a finance professional, and their friend Reggie, who is also an advertising executive. And I wanted to have this conversation mainly because a lot of people would actually be able to relate to it. So I hope you don't mind with the little bit cleaning of the dishes every now and then, but we had this over dinner, and I was basically invited over to Titus's home, which I definitely appreciated because I was hungry that day. Anyway, we're going to continue with the conversation. And again, this is the booty call session. This is over at Brothaspeak Podcast, where we're talking about Black LGBT issues and topics. And let me take it away. Introducing Tony.
We're in a room with 30 Negroes, and we're all coupled up, so there's 15 couples. Mm-hmm. And if you're like, oh yeah, how long y'all been together? Because you know that conversation come up.
It will.
How long y'all been together? Oh, 10 years. I'm saying 10 years. 10 years. Oh, where do y'all meet? Oh, at a party. Lies. The lies you tell.
Right, exactly.
But no, let me finish. The lies you tell. Because me and Rich have been in situations, and when we first met, and we went into like a setting. Oh, how long y'all been together? Oh, 3 years. How y'all meet? Oh, through a friend. And after that party, I was like, look, we need to get this shit together. Because I was about to say Adam.
Yeah.
Because then, I was about to say Adam, so we need to get shit together. He was like, well, we had to have a conversation among the two of us.
Right. Yes.
It's not an issue because we know people on Grindr, Jack, Adam, BGC, whatever website it is. We know people on that because in the Black gay community, you're not going to meet nobody at church or the family reunion.
No, you're not going to meet them at church.
But no. You're not going to meet them at church for like a long-term relationship and be okay with it. You meet them at church, blowjob, eating ass, one-on-one hookup,
it's
fucking,
true. Thank you.
and then after that, you're not going to be honest how you met if it becomes a long-term thing. So in the Black gay community, if somebody asking you, like my coworkers, if I bring Richard to a fundraiser and I say, hey, this is my partner Richard, how y'all met? Are we ready to say Adam? Now, my coworkers, they know every gay website it is.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so the straight community are aware now of Jack. Adam for Adam.
Right. Thank you.
They are.
Right.
So are you going to say that? Because in the straight community, my younger brother, he meet girls all the time on Fish. Fish, whatever.
Backpage.
Yeah. Right. So here I say, Tashawn, how you meet her? Oh, on the Fish website.
Right.
Cool.
And his
now,
was like, oh.
Right. Now, when I go home.
Okay, so I'm working with it.
Right. Let me say, me and my younger brother room, and Rich is here, his girlfriend here. Oh, how y'all met? On Fish. Oh, Tony, how you and Richard met? Adam. Oh, what's Adam? It's a
It starts to open up more.
Yeah. But the thing about it that we become so like closet case that we don't want to say that.
True.
And we become so shamed about it, we won't say that because it in our mind it brings about stigma. But in the straight community, they don't know about the stigma and the shame. They don't. They're like, what is that? You're like a gay website, gay dating website. Cool.
Reggie.
So help me to understand where I was, and maybe I missed. Maybe you did co-sign on it, but maybe I missed it. So if my mother asked me, where did you meet Billy Bob? I'm saying I met him on a gay website. You are saying that I have to define it as Adam.
No,
my mother's 70-something years old. She ain't understanding Adam. She understands a gay website.
Let me get my point of view.
Titus.
Yeah, man. Yeah, mama met such and such Billy Bob on a gay website. All right, son, what website you meet him on? I met him on Adam. I mean, because
but even if she said that,
your mom may not allude to that.
Right.
But for the most parents, they were like, which one?
The follow-up question is what will get you.
Right.
The follow-up questions is like, okay, well, what is Adam for Adam? Now you're gonna ask and basically tell them, oh, well, it's a dating site. And most people who actually is a dating site, I've never heard of that.
Right. Yeah.
And they'll think of the gay version of eHarmony. They'll think of so many other
BlackPeopleMeet.com. Black People Meet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so they're like, really? So how was your first date? And how are you going to define your first date as a booty call?
But do you know what?
As a hookup?
The thing
as
is,
what's wrong with it though? What's wrong with defining it?
Because nobody wants to be defined as that little lady. Not even straight couple.
Because I tell people all the time, when me and Richard first met, I had chased him for a year. I said, it's just a booty call. It's just sex. But after we finally hooked up, it became more than that.
Right.
So I have no problem telling people I have no problem taking people through the timeline. I do not. Only because I'm comfortable with me and I'm comfortable with the fact that I had hookups on several websites.
Yep.
I'm okay with that. I don't feel as a shame, and I don't feel like I'm not in a corner saying, you don't need to know my business.
Yeah.
I'm not. That's not me.
Yeah.
It's not me.
For me and my mother, early on when she found out I was gay, I was like, only ask questions that you want answers to. If I told her that I met Billy Bob on a gay dating website, and then she was like, well, what website? And she kept pushing and asking more questions, I would just present it to her. I'm like, Brenda, only ask questions that you really want answers to. I would stop it there, and if she continued to ask questions, then I wouldn't have a problem with answering her questions.
What do you mean you're saying Brenda? Brenda?
That's the relationship.
Titus.
So the topic is booty calls okay or not?
Well, no, the basically how booty calls morph into so many different aspects of our lives, how to really affect our lives in many positive ways, and the relationships that we have in our surroundings. Booty calls really affect us. Now, not to say that I've slept with all my friends and I've developed all the friends. That's actually not the case. But I've had booty calls where those people have actually helped me out with legal services. Those people have definitely said, oh, I can actually make a nice little meal for you because I know how to cook and nice chef. I've had in a different array of things.
Well, and for me, it's booty calls. As a clinician,
yes,
I'm put the hat on first.
Yes, you are a clinician,
right? I think that booty calls are healthy.
Okay,
and they're healthy in so many different ways.
I agree.
Yeah, but I think that's healthy when you understand what you're doing for yourself first.
Yes,
like if you're single, for example, and you want to have booty calls as a leverage for your transition from one relationship to the next, okay, that's healthy. Or if you say I'm single and I just need to kind of satisfy myself physically, not financially, all the other stuff, then that's healthy. Or if you're even trying to satisfy yourself financially, that's also healthy.
Yes.
Because you're making a decision doing what's necessary for yourself. When it becomes unhealthy, is when you cannot satisfy. You don't feel satisfied. You're become codependent. Now those people who are codependent on like a trade boy. Yeah. Like, oh my God, I can't do anything unless I have a trade boy. Yeah. Or they have low self-esteem and they don't think they can get anybody else but this guy who's going to come in for 5 or 10 minutes and do whatever and then leave. Exactly. That's when it's unhealthy. But if you have a perspective where your needs are being met, your needs, in my opinion, booty calls are healthy when your needs are being met, not the other person's needs are being met. Yeah. Now their needs are being met on some level, but you have to kind of be selfish within a sense. Because in my opinion, like when your needs have to be met first. Now the other person, his or her, needs to be met as well. But you have to come in. You have to look at. I look at it in my personal opinion that my needs are being met first because I'm going out to do this or to meet this person online or in a club, restaurant, Home Depot, Lowe's,
Publix,
right. But whenever you meet that person, you have to be very clear what needs you want met.
Yes,
and I think that if it comes out of a relationship, okay, let's have that conversation.
Right. Reggie,
do you think that we as gay black men actually have the voice at times to express just that. Titus, whoever your name is, I want to have this encounter with you tonight. Mm-hmm. My sexual needs are A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Mm-hmm. Do you negotiate? How do you negotiate that? Or do you believe that we are negotiating that at all times? Because I don't think that oftentimes when somebody meets someone on Adam or Jack or whatever, they may have the concept of I'm a top or I'm a bottom. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that they're fully negotiating intimacy, sex, or whatever. I think
on the contrary.
To answer your question, you are negotiating because it's based on if the sex is good or not. Because if it's horrible sex, guess what? I may not call you, and you're not calling me.
I'm saying negotiating beforehand, before the sex.
You are negotiating because if you, for example, let's take an online sex site. Okay. Let's say Adam. So the profile is already there. You know basically what the person is about. Whether it's top, bottom, versatile, or transgender, you know what that person is about. So you gotta got an idea what you're gonna get on the front end. And then once you exchange that communication, you have a conversation, whether via text or phone, that person comes to your house, you go to that person's house, a hotel, wherever you meet, then you already know what you're getting. So you're being satisfied on so many different levels, mentally, sexually, and emotionally.
Okay, let me chime in. Okay. I totally hear what you're saying, and I totally hear what you're saying. When you meet somebody, whether it's online, in the club, at Sizzle, at the pool, whatever. Mm-hmm. So the initial interaction is that you gotta find out what their sexual desires are if it meets your sexual desires. So my thing is with gay men is that don't be shy loud. Mm-hmm. Open your mouth. Mm-hmm. Don't waste my time. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you need. Tell me how this is gonna go. If you don't tell me, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you up front. This is how this is gonna go. Mm-hmm. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I don't like. This is what I do like. If it's a partnership or pair or whatever, we'll find out then. Now, if you're online, my thing is that people post profiles online of what they want you to hear.
Exactly.
Right.
So if I'm posting something online that, hell, I'm 10 inches hung, I'm aggressive, I'm looking for that wifey, I'm looking for that submissive, I'm looking for that verse, whatever, I'm going to tell you what I want to hear. However, once you hit my profile, mm-hmm. and then the conversation starts from there, you on the other end, if you don't come to me and say, hey, I need blah, 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 even though what your profile said, but I need blah, 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 because the profile to me is all lies.
A lot of times.
All lies. So if you don't take that initiative and you don't probe and drive into that, of course you're gonna get something that's disappointing.
I think that we're on the same page, because I think that often for me, let me make I statement for me. I don't always believe that the encounters that I've had were necessarily about sex. Right. Sometimes they were just about intimacy.
Right.
Early on in my gay life, I didn't know how to negotiate intimacy. The only way that I knew to get intimacy was through sex. At the end of sex, I knew that intimacy would be there, or I would be able to get it and figure it out. As I've gotten older, I'm really clear on, like, you know what? This is what I need tonight. I'm really not interested in your dick or your ass or anything else. Mm-hmm. All I really want is
you want to be held.
But you know what? But you guys laugh at that.
It's not really. It's actually a really intimate thing.
But sincerely though, it's like sometimes it's not about the sex. I just want somebody to sleep next to, or someone just to be there.
Let me ask you a question. So let's pick the picture.
Okay.
You're in your bedroom and you are online. Communicate with somebody and the person responds back on whatever level.
Right.
And you say to the person, okay, well, I want to be held. And what's the usual response?
Yeah.
Sometimes I will. Sometimes for me, I'm not the instant hookup. I'm not the 3 texts on Adam or whatever the website is, and then we meet. Right. That doesn't work for me. But if I've communicated with you for a week or so, right. By the time that I'm saying like, okay, I'm open to meeting you, I'm like, the thing that I really want is I'm not really looking for sex. And if that's what because I'm clear, because I'll tell you before you get here, because I ain't trying to set you up and you're nowhere in hell trying to set me up. I'm like, you know what I need tonight is someone to lay next to me.
I would say this. I respect that because that's. I think a lot of us do look for that, but what happens is that we kind of project, I want a booty call, but that's what you really want.
Especially what does your picture look like? Well, I mean, if your picture your booty, let's keep it clear. If your picture your booty, your ass, your dick, your body, let's wait a minute. You already gave yourself a perception before you even opened the red profile.
I don't think that that's always a fair assessment because I think that as gay men, men period, we're totally visual. If I have if I have no photo on there,
show me your feed.
If I have no photo on there, but a decent profile, the words sit back and say what I'm looking for, versus somebody, depending on what you need, somebody's 10-inch dick or somebody's big ass on the website, you're totally going to ignore me and move right on past me and go to the next profile.
Maybe not. No, that's not true because a lot of people, and it's kind of funny because there were some statistics. Marketing. There were some statistics that was actually done. And I remember we had this discussion before. Some of the statistics actually show that there is a percentage that actually goes online because they just want to be within the community. There's another percentage who actually goes online because, yes, they want to hook up.
And this is African American or gay?
This is actually gay in general. And there's another percentage that actually says, you know what, I'm looking for a relationship. That was actually probably like the top 5 in there. Those who are actually looking for a relationship. So the thing about this, when it comes to that profile picture, that's the first introduction to a person.
Can I ask you all, if you all are looking for a relationship and you stumble upon Adam or Jack or whatever, and a person's profile is a picture of their anus or a picture of their dick erect, does that set a flag for you on?
No.
I'm like, because if you go on using your thought process about the percentage of people who go on looking for a relationship.
Yes.
If I'm on a website looking for someone for a relationship, I got my degree in advertising, so I'm thinking advertising. What I see initially is the way that you're presenting yourself and you're advertising yourself to me. So if I see your dick or your ass,
that's the initial. Can
I give you my response to that? There are a lot of guys that are online that may say, "Well, I'm looking for a relationship," but they're not. They're not probably showing dick and ass, but their personality is something completely different. They're like, "Oh, I want to find that right boo." But you get with them or you meet that person, but they online 24/7 because they're addicted to it,
right?
Or they're not showing you who they really are. I'd rather you show me your dick and ass, and that's who you really are, than you show me nothing at all.
Well, I think that you can. I think that piece initially, if I see your dick or your ass, so I see nothing. In communicating with you for a week or two online before I actually meet you, I've kind of weeded out some people. And then there are some who come underneath the radar that when I meet them in person, I'm like, really though?
Well, see, I'll be honest with you. This is what I have come across because a lot of people, I'm a vibe person. I want to feel that vibe.
Right. Yeah,
I want to see how the vibe is because if I don't get me wrong, you are very attractive. I see certain parts of your body or something, or your body in general, or maybe your cute face. Something already said, okay, I want to meet this person. And because of the fact that I said I'm more of a vibe feel, and we've communicated, we didn't communicate what we liked. We just said we want to go with the vibe first.
Right.
I have had situations where I have had the cuddle situation because the vibe was right. Did I think in myself, I'm still going to get some? Yes. Did it happen? Not all the time. But the vibe was right to keep me there.
Right.
And to let me stay overnight.
Right.
And we actually wound up cuddling and everything else. We find out good conversation. We really love and enjoyed actually being in that moment. We want to repeat it. And then, of course, that second time around, we may actually hit it, get it over with. But then the conversation was still right. The intimacy was actually great, and everything. We had a longer time and actually got to know each other better and more. So because the vibe was there,
right.
It wasn't as quickly like these are the shopping cart lists of what I desire. That it made it seem less intimate and just as long as you can fulfill that and go for it.
Right.
But because I was looking for the vibe, that changed things. I think with that vibe translates over to friendships, relationships. Somebody to fix your plumbing or
whatever. But you know what? All in all, you're so right.
That's
all
what
in all,
I would agree with you.
Because let's say from the foundation of us of being black gay men, we didn't have a gay cotillion. We didn't have a gay cotillion.
My mother's a Delta.
Yeah, all right. She probably was part of Jack and Jill.
I think she was Jay Satin.
But no, we didn't have things like that growing up, so you're not able to come full circle who you are until you either leave home or even until you get to a certain age. It's like, fuck it. Yep. So a booty call is probably the only onset of who you know or how you able to contact somebody. Right. So my thing is like, whether you show your dick, ass, feet, chest, cuticles, or whatever, your profile description may get my attention. So from there, it's like, let's go from there. Whether we're gonna fuck or not, maybe not be an issue or whatnot. But my thing is that go from where you know.
Exactly.
Go from where you know. Yes. So I've met people online showing me ass, dick, feet, and whatever, and when we connect, whether we're connecting on me fucking them fucking me or whatever, that vibe comes into play.
It does.
Is that I need to know if we are here, like connecting, whether it's going to be top, bottom, verse, or whatever, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. So as far as with the booty call, it's healthy, it's needed. Yeah. Keep it going. Right. So I have a website that says just booty call.
Right. I have a question.
Let's just keep it going.
And I have a question. So let me ask you guys this question. So, what if you are in a relationship and you have?
I know where this is going, bitch.
I'm in the element. I'm sorry. So, what if you're in a relationship, or on some level, whether you're living together or you're not living together?
Yes.
And you're still having booty calls now to either with each other, like role play, or if you I guess
with each other as in role play, meaning that you all are doing things with one another and no one else, or you're inviting someone else
and just living in that fantasy
with one another. First of all, right, which I think is healthy.
And that's fine. I just wanted clarity.
I love role play.
It kind of spices. It kind of spices the moment.
Fetish coming up. Right. Podcast.
On that one.
True. But I think like let's take your example that you met a person on Adam or whomever or wherever, and then you guys seem to have had one night stands that lead into a relationship. You know, well, I think that's kind of sexy to, I meet you at the club one night and then, go back to the hotel, whatever. So, do you think it's healthy or realistic or even okay to still have booty calls outside of a relationship when you are in a relationship?
That depends on the conversation that you actually had. Okay, if you've had that conversation to where we are open, we are not a committed relationship, and I found that even in the last podcast that I've done with but married and committed but unmarried podcast, we found that there was each couples are different. Some couples will say, "Look, I'm starting a relationship off. To be perfectly honest with you, I think I want to keep the relationship open." Now, if the other partner has a problem with it, then therefore they wouldn't proceed with it. But in some cases, the partner either said, well, they have a little issues with that, but they still continued with the other person. Maybe because of the fact that the other person's desires and they risked or felt that they would risk losing that person, possibility. Or is the fact the other person was like, no, this is what we're going to do, and the person went with it, but realized that it was harder than they thought. And even I had to have that conversation with some people to say, okay, is it that I thought it was a 10-year time frame when you open that relationship up? No. On the contrary, you start from scratch. A lot of cases say, nope, this is what I want from the very beginning. So as long as you have a healthy conversation, as long as you have that conversation and there's a meeting in the minds, it can be with other people. But a lot of people just want to make sure that you don't give your heart away. Right. That can be difficult too. But for some people, actually it works well. Some people just share the same person.
Okay. Right. That's the conversation.
Swingers.
Yeah. That's the conversation that I know of relationships where it's they've been together 5, 7, 10 years, and it's very much open. I'm always like,
do both of them know this open?
Yes, it's open for both of them. Yes. But I'm just like, you know what? I get it from your perspective of day one. We walk into this and you're like, hey, Reggie, this is what we're doing, and this is what I want, and this is whatever. If on day one you tell me that, I'm gonna let you know day one, yeah, you know what? I'm really not down for that. However, I'm still trying to figure out the brother that's going to have that audacity to come to me 3 years, 5 years, 7 years into the relationship and say, like, dude, what I need is for us to open up this relationship. This is Kevin. He's coming in and he's going to be in our bed. Or this is Kevin. I'm going to sleep with him. You going to be okay with this. And yeah, that's just it. For me, I think that it's a conversation, if it's going to happen, has to happen day one, early on in a relationship. Whoa. But 3, 5 years, 7. For me, I sincerely, even my friends who are friends or associates that I know who are in that type of relationship, I really tried to wrap my mind around it, and I'm like, I'm not there.
Let me just say this.
And I'm not saying that it's right or wrong.
No.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I just don't understand.
But let me just say this.
How he's gonna come to me and say that.
But no, let me just
without
say
getting
this.
shot.
Okay. Let's go back to the booty call.
Okay, go back to the booty call.
You meet somebody on a booty call scheme. The fact that you become a relationship.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now you met on Adam, you met on BGC, you met on Ground Web, and it becomes a relationship.
What's BGC?
No, you know what?
You're not that green. Go ahead. We on 1 year apart. You know this. So let's say you met on those sites, and okay, you hooked up, you vibe well, you evolve into a relationship. But my thing is that you was on a gay networking, social media, hookup, relationship oriented, however you want to classify the site when you connected. So if you didn't have that conversation of your desires, and this may lead into your fetish topic, but if you didn't have that conversation of what you like and what you don't like, 3 years from that relationship, it's gonna come out. If you like threesomes, you like to be tied up, you like to be pissed on, you like things like that, it's gonna come up. So my thing is that when you meet that person, that conversation is not had in the beginning, and if it's happening in year 1, year 2, year 3, embrace that relationship, because at the end of the day, whatever desires you have, he may have.
I'm not
and you
saying,
won't know that until you have that conversation.
I'm not saying that within the first 6 months of stuff.
I think,
because personally, I asked some people are like, I can't believe you would ask that. What the freak not? I will ask about your finances, what money means to you, what is a relationship,
but you're gonna miss something.
Makes sense, and I may,
but you're gonna miss something.
But the construct that I have in getting to know somebody is we've had a dialogue. I'm constantly asking questions in order to get to know you. I don't believe in a construct of tell me about yourself, because if I told you tell me about yourself, I'm the oldest of 5, I grew up in Detroit. Well, whatever.
I'm going to throw this out at you. Do you know exactly how you're going to feel next month? Do you know how you're going to feel next year?
No.
Because in fact the relationships during the process, you're going to come across feelings that you probably never thought before. There's times where you said to yourself, I want a committed relationship, and that's it. You go for it for 5 years, having sex with the same person for 5 years. 6th year, you're like, wait a minute.
But
that booty is still the same. The balls still the same. Baby, let me tell you, I need something new. I need some new sweaty nuts.
For me, it's about saying that,
Reggie,
hopefully I'm in a relationship with a brother that we are open to communication. And in year 1, we're just happy, we're in love, we get whatever. We've had what I perceive and he perceives as this open communication. Year 2, 3, whatever, things change, and you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I have no idea what my life is going to look like a year from now.
Right.
What may happen between now and 365 days from now.
Yeah.
However, if I'm with some brother who is saying, you know what, your good days, your bad days, your okay days, at the end of the day, I'm still your motherfucking number one cheerleader. Even when I don't like you, I woke up this morning, you got on my damn nerves. If something happens, I'm still committed to you in this relationship, because if I let you fall, I let our relationship fall.
Right.
If I have the brother that says that to me and has that understanding, then I'm like, you know what, I'm cool with that. 3 years from now, we can go through whatever, because you know what? Life is going to push out some shit to us that we are nowhere near prepared for, that neither of us have thought about. In that process, if it comes down to, you know what, Reggie, dude, you know what? Kevin is my coworker. This is what I want, and I want him to be with us in the bed, and he's coming over on next Tuesday. And it's not 3 years into it. At this point in my life, in my life experiences, I'm not sure if I'm emotionally able to accept.
And you may not be. Let me just say
That's
this.
true.
Let me say this. Like at 19, when I first entered a relationship, I knew nothing about relationship. Period.
Right.
And I think even today, I'm still learning about relationship, even with myself.
No, in a relationship, it's never about the other person. It's all about you.
My point I'm trying to make is like the Buddha calls conversation with
Yes.
That I think that at 19. My construct of relationship was he and I, and my worldview was very small, because I thought that it's just he and I forever. But no, we're not together. Obviously at 42, and I say that because as we grew, my first year looked markedly different from my third year. My year 4 looked markedly different from my first year. But why it was so different is because I started being realistic with people are and how they show up in life, and I think what we do, we create this version of relationships based on our parents, good, bad, and different, or not, and then we create this whole construct I call schemas of experiences based on going to the prom, getting a license, being the first person to go to college. We create this whole type of different paradigm of how our life is going to be, and when we don't have that, then we're somewhat in shock. We're in shock the fact that our partners come to us at year 5 and say, you know what, I want to bring somebody else in our bedroom. Like, why are we in shock by that? Oh, wait a minute. We're in shock because the first year or 2, we were just all together. We were best friends, but now you're going to bring somebody in our relationship. But what we fail to realize, that person wants more. Exactly. And that person wants to experience more than just me. That I'm no longer the most important person in that person's life. Right. And I think that's what we're becoming so shocked about.
Right. Yeah. Bringing somebody. Okay, you met on a booty call.
Yeah.
Me and my partner met on A for A. Okay. And up front I said, okay, it's just sex.
What's A for A?
Adam for Adam. I'm sorry. For the listeners. We met saying we just having sex. But let me just break it down. Your profile. Okay. Whatever the title says. And that,
no,
but then, whatever title says. But then that part that says you have to check out those boxes, what you're into, friendship, one-on-one, threesome, fetishes. Yeah. I mean, when you check out all those,
you should add catfish,
whatever it is. But the thing is, you check off all those things that you're into. Yes. But you meet that person, and like for that booty call, and y'all become an item. Mm-hmm. Y'all become a couple. But you have to say in year 2, 3, or 5, whatever, that when we met on my profile, I said I had mixed fetishes. Okay, let's address those mixed fetishes right now because it's just been the two of us. So if we're addressing those mixed fetishes, what that mixed fetish is, just like we go to Flex in Atlanta, we go to the Den, whatever, like bathhouse, or we invite somebody in. Like, come on now, we cannot be ignorant to the fact that we met on those terms. That like we met on those terms, and when we finally hooked up, oh yeah, I'm gonna suck your dick and eat your ass, suck your toe and stuff like that. But in year 2, you don't do those things.
Well, see, now sometimes you forget too, because how you play it off in the first 3 months of that relationship. If you didn't introduce that booty, that threesome, that fetish, that in the first 3 months, that person's kind of caught up in they forgot about your profile. They forgot about who all your desires. They just figure, well, that was just his booty call phase. This is the one that is committed to me now, and all of that has changed. I had changed him. Sometimes we becoming that caught up change.
But it's real that I'm just like, you know what? You have this idealized version of, you know what? I have this. This is what my profile originally said when you met me 5 years ago. Why you acting crazy now? No, boo boo kitty.
You become a church girl. You become a church girl.
No, and it's not. Don't. You know, I'm talking my experience. It's not about that for me. I'm just still saying. I'm like, you know what? I think our relationship is a constantly evolving thing. The relationship I had with you in 2010 is not the relationship that I expect to have with you in 2016. Mm-hmm. We should have more than evolved and grown into understanding one another and being able to support one another and grow and depend on one another. With that said, the bullshit that we use to meet one another, I'm kind of like...
You're over it.
For me, yeah. I'm like, okay, you're my partner. I met Tony on Adam. What the fuck? That doesn't mean anything. That's how I met him. But what the foundation of our relationship is not about how we met. The foundation of our relationship is the day-to-day commitment that we put into it to sit back and say that, you know what, at the end of the day, even when I'm not your number one cheerleader, I'm still committed to your ass. But I'm still doing the things that I need to do to help uphold you, because if I let you fall, I let our relationship fall.
But let me tell you, my thing is that, okay, you met on the booty call.
Yes.
That's fine and dandy. Mm-hmm. It evolves into a relationship.
Yes.
You 5 years in, and let's say that booty call is just dry now.
Yes.
Happens. Yeah. You need to re-spark that shit.
But I don't think that how you met is the catalyst for what.
No, it's not. It's not the catalyst. But let me just tell you, if that relationship is going dry, you met on the booty call, whether that evolved into regardless, you need to reignite that shit.
It's a work ethic that doesn't come in a relationship because people sometimes forget that aspect.
You know what? Let me say, you met at church. Y'all at the Pentecostal church is like hitting the tambourines hard as hell. Oh, Jesus is Jesus that. You all, but the thing about it, you in church, you doing whatever, and when you meet, you do your thing. Oh, I met him down in the church basement while we were setting up past the dinner.
Right.
And we just got it in. I sucked his dick, he fucked me, I fucked him, and all this stuff. Okay, it was hot. The drive and everything was hot.
It was hot and easy.
It was hot and easy.
That aspect was easy.
But let me just tell you, if that evolves into a relationship,
I've heard some stories.
5 years from now, either you go back to the basement of the church, you go back to somebody else's church, you have to reenact that because you got to keep it going. If you don't keep it going, if you don't keep, in my opinion, if you don't keep that booty call mentality going in your relationship, whether it's you and your partner, or you spice it up, bring somebody in, you spice it up, go to the beach and fuck, or I'm sorry,
no,
or if you,
I'm going to just mark it explicit. That's all I'm saying.
Or if you go to a bathhouse and fuck, you invite somebody in, you got to keep those things.
Now wait a minute. Now let's throw 20 years in there. You have tried 5 years. You put on that new outfit. 10 years, you go to those same spot. 15 years, you go to those beaches and open public places. 20 years, you're like, we've done it all at this time. My dick is not going to get hard right now. Let me watch the game.
Hey, that's it.
So,
you can put like a football uniform.
So you have tried 20 years and you've done all the spice you can, and then it resulted down to maybe once every 2 weeks.
At that 20 year mark, then it really does. I would hope that you all are in a space that, or I'm in that relationship where it's 20 years and our sexual relationship has become, like you said, every 2 weeks or once a month, that we begin to have a dialogue. And it's like, okay, is it that we are at an age where sex is just not the way it used to be at 20 and 30. We 60 and 70, and I love you, but I ain't trying to do it all the time. Mm-hmm. Or if it is very much, I still have this strong sexual desire. I got my Viagra, Cialis, and whatever. I want to just get it in anytime and anywhere I can. Maybe not with you. I still love you. I'm just not. The sexual something is gone. That's when, like I said before, the conversation of, all right, are we open to looking at something different? Because if I'm sexually frustrated, you're sexually frustrated too.
If 20 years
we need to have that kind of conversation to say, like, what do we do differently about this? Because I'm not leaving you, and you sure in the hell ain't leaving me after 20 years.
Now, 20 years in, if you're having questions or conversations about trying to spice it up or like, keep it new.
But I mean, but you gotta think about it. You're 60.
I'm not saying it's not valid. I'm not saying that. But if you're having a conversation about 20 years in, I'm gonna use myself as an example. I'm 41. 20 years from now, if I have to have a conversation with Richard about we need to spice it up, baby, whatever you like, just go do it. That's my opinion. Because I'm at 60. At 60 years old, in my opinion, like,
what's a little bar?
If we've done it over the 20-year period, if there's something new you want me to try, I'll try. But the person I am, like, dude, I'm tired.
Well,
I'm tired.
One of the reasons why I bring that up is also because of the fact that, keep in mind, I just had a podcast with those that are married. Mm-hmm. They got married maybe a year ago, but they've been together for over 24 years. Mm-hmm. One of them is like, no, we are committed to one another. The other one's like, listen, we are men, and where are you going to go? Where you gonna go? We married now. You gonna get my pension? Yes. It's just. I mean, so I love you. I'm invested into you. When I die, you get everything, baby. Because I love you. Right. But when it gonna come to this aspect, I just think differently.
Yeah. It should be a conversation.
I don't know what they do. Let me tell you.
It should be a conversation.
And it is a conversation.
Have a conversation with the fact that, okay, 20 years in of this relationship, let's say we met when we was 25. Mm-hmm. And 20 years in a relationship, at 25, the first 5 years...
They met when they were in their 40s. One had a child, the other one didn't.
Really? Okay. So...
This is a podcast.
Well, okay. Somebody probably, either one of them got it in early. Somebody got in early. They did a lot. Like, for me, growing up...
Some of the undercover freak.
Growing up, I was just like, I'm not dating a man. I'll date a female. I'm not dating a man until I have that mental stability. I know I'm gay, but I'm going to have that mental stability that I know, okay, I'm going to embrace the fact that I'm gay, but I'm still going to be focused. I'm not going to let that drive me. Yeah. So I did. I let myself drive me, and then knowing that I'm a gay man. But after I accomplished certain things, I was like, okay, let me be the gay man I want to be. Mm-hmm. Let me just be a freak. Let me just be a hoe. Let me do this, whatever. So after I've done that, let's say 10, 12 years, when I meet somebody, they have not done that. The conversation is like, okay, babe, let me just tell you what I've done.
Really?
You have to if you want.
You go in your history like that?
Why not?
Ooh, I don't know about that one.
No, I may be the 1% of the population. No, but let me finish. I may be the 1% of the population, but I need to say, if I meet somebody I want to be with long term, I can't sugarcoat it and not be. I cannot be the phantom.
Oh, you saying that?
Wait. I cannot disguise myself, and then we're having frustration. We're having like irritable situations where you're mad, I'm not expressing myself, you're not expressing... I can't get into things like that because it's so frustrating if you want to be with somebody for a long time.
So what you in that same situation, if you would, let's say, for the sake of if you did parks, like you had sex in parks, would you tell your partner that
I never did that, but okay.
I'm saying.
Well, would you reveal that?
If I'm with somebody I want to be with,
I'm like,
I would have to. They would have to accept me.
Well, wait a minute now. The one I used to be in my 20s is a different person than I, so I don't know about bitching all that stuff.
Of course it is.
Sorry. So I just asked that question because I think that, well, personally, I think it's important to tell your partner or whoever you're with long term who you are. Mm-hmm. But I think that most people don't kind of dive into their history on some level. Mm-hmm. And I think that they give you the demographics that I'm from here, this is what I'm looking for.
G-rated version, basically.
And I'm not saying that's wrong. Please do not.
Because it's intro. It's intro.
I think as I get to know a person, I will be personal. I'll dive into more. So and get to know to me that like we've got to hump 2 or 3 years, and then therefore.
Let me tell you
how I see it. How for me personally, and that's just me personally. I think that the first year for me at this age, at least, is like okay, well, I'm gonna get to know this person, see what they're about. I really want to have fun and just enjoy that person, get to know who they are, and how they operate, and how they know how I operate. Then year 2 or 3 or whomever, then moving beyond that, I'm just curious on like what they want in life. Like, I mean, do they want to be married, cohabitate together, or do they want children together? Or
even if they did want
that, and if they do, and my partner said, hey, T, what? Listen. We have a conversation. What's the conversation about? My conversation to you is about, okay, I used to like suck dick at parks. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, was it good?
My question, okay, first off, I would ask, okay, why are you bringing this up? Yeah.
Right.
I would ask, like, why are you bringing this up?
To me, I think
for a second. I would say, well, that's how my mom was like, was he really good at it? But even if not,
by the time you should know.
Right. Why are you bringing something like, is it something we're not doing that we should be doing?
Yeah.
Or is
more adventurous?
Is part your thing? My thing is
you want some bushing around us when we do it?
Like some people watch us while we do it. And if that's what you want, then tell me, and then we'll schedule like 9:15, on Friday night.
Tell me the question though. Okay, you meet somebody on Adam. And
he loves Adam.
Yeah,
he loves some Adam. He forget all grind up. Forget grind up.
I don't know any other about Adam. Or Jack. I don't know that one either.
eHarmony.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, right.
But let me just say this: that if you meet somebody on Adam, that's a booty call. It involves a relationship. But you've done those things, and then to spice up the relationship, and they say, "Oh, let's fucking depart." What are you gonna say?
I'm like, yeah, let's go.
And they say, "Oh, have you ever done this before?"
Yeah, I'm like, no, I haven't. You can try it.
Nothing's wrong with opening up your.
Why are you gonna lie if you've done it in the past?
No, so if I haven't done it,
no, he's saying that you had. That was
if you had. Okay, because I'm using myself as example.
If I had sex in a park and my partner has not, I'm like, well, let's try it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to what I was saying.
I said, long we can't go to jail though. I'm
okay. But here's my thing though. Here's what I have an issue with. If I meet somebody I want to grow with, I want you to be as open with me as I am with you.
Right? Is that
yes?
I prefer the fact that if we meet online, we'll kick in it for 6 months, for a year. Then we say, hey, we want to be exclusive. When we decide to do that, my thing is that lay it on the table. Who you are, what you want, how you want to do it. Because I think if you get into year 5, and if I'm into bondage, and you didn't know that from year 1, it may be a deal breaker.
Well, because you probably discovered that But Reggie, you know what? Reggie want to say something.
No. But I mean, my take though is I think, and I'm not with Tony on a lot of things, but I'm with Tony on this one. I'm like, you know what? It doesn't necessarily, for me, that construct about like my past. It doesn't have to be like in this first, second, third date. Okay, I'm about to tell you my past. Sit down and I'm going to just divulge all of this. It could be something that's very gradual, or it could be very much a conversation. For me, I'm always into. I hate the "tell me about yourself" question because that doesn't lead anywhere. But I will ask like what I perceive as key questions on, you know what? the last person you dated, if they had to say the best thing and the worst thing about you, what would that be? I don't know. What puts a smile on your face?
See, I'm not with
But you know,
those are great questions.
But
really,
you just
don't care.
I'm sorry. My mom was rough around the edges. I have my mom traits. I'm sorry.
I'm not being funny with it, but
no, I think that's a great question.
Because if I sit back and say, "Tell me about yourself," if somebody told me that, I'm the oldest of 5. I grew up in Detroit. I'm a consultant.
See, if I heard somebody said something like that to me, first off, we're laying in bed. It's going to be very intimate, and basically we are getting into each other and understanding each other. Right. And if I hear that question, I'm thinking, damn. Okay, this person really wants to get to know me.
Right. Or like for me, what I've
except Tone.
Except Tone.
For me, being single, living in the bed, the horrible experience I've had so far is I've asked a guy recently. I said, "Well, what is your dating experience?" He said, "Well, what do you mean?" I was like, "Well, no. What is your date? What dating experience are you looking for?" I don't know. So
how the hell are you gonna try to go out with me?
So I said, and to me that was a deal breaker.
That was a deal breaker. What the hell you don't know? You don't know why you gonna date? Come on, let's come on now, airhead. What you is?
Why you have a reservation?
Right, exactly. And not only that,
what you living in?
He had to fact find what that meant. I was like, wow. I mean, and I did not judge. Probably in turn I did. But
of course you did. We all judge.
But I said to myself, well, I can't. That's interesting because I'm like you, like you. I'm like, I want to know what you're looking for because I feel like my time is important.
Right.
And I feel like that today, but I know I wasted my time on certain situations I shouldn't waste my time on. You know what I'm saying? Like when person who say, well, I want a booty call, then a booty call turns into you want into a relationship, but the person wants to keep it into a booty call. That's totally different.
Because they become so guarded.
Well, not only that, but everyone doesn't want to reveal their cards initially.
Right. But not only that, there are some people who just want to keep friends with benefits.
And
friends with benefits forever.
But see, here's the thing. I mean, for instance, when you're talking about, first off, I always tell people, look at the platform in which you're meeting. Mm-hmm. If you are meeting somebody on Grindr, right. If you are meeting somebody on BGC, if you're meeting somebody Adam for Adam, and your profile was saying that you into all this stuff and how you describe yourself was one way, then really you're thinking, oh, this person straight for the booty call.
Yeah. Right.
But when you start asking questions and getting intimate and feeling that vibe of that person, it may be a complete shift. Mm-hmm. And so, because matter of fact, some people don't even update their profile. They just keep, I've done that 5 years ago, and that's the same profile I had 5 years ago. Really didn't take the time to really update, and just basically said, this is it. Right. So it really changes as well.
Right.
So when I'm looking at it from a sense of, okay, well, I may be looking for a relationship now, but my profile maybe not necessarily reflecting it, but I know it's still working for me because I'm still pulling people in.
Right.
So do I change it now? Mm-hmm. So each platform is different. Now, if I was on eHarmony, it may be a different thing.
Right.
But the platform that I'm using it because there is a percentage that really look for relationships.
Right.
It's completely different.
Right.
So I mean, you really got to look at exactly how you're presenting yourself as well, but also when you actually sit down. Did you really reflect that person on your profile before you actually came down?
And then the fact that once you make that connection, and if that connection leads into like a long-term thing, then it's important for you to sit down and say, hey, how do we move forward into a long-term relationship? Will we still operate from like a booty call that you came over at 12 midnight? Or will we operate in the sense that, hey, we're going to see each other for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? So if we're seeing each other for breakfast, lunch, and dinner,
that's no longer a booty call.
Right.
That's no longer a booty call.
So that mindset should change, and that conversation should change.
It should.
If that conversation does not change, you evolve into something that, to me, it's going to be frustrating.
Now, don't get me wrong, it could be a good friendship, too.
It could. But for me, if I'm evolving, if I'm graduating from that booty call to that relationship and from that conversation that's different, I want to have a candid conversation with that person. It may not happen on day 5, day 10, whatever. But if I feel in my heart that I'm moving forward in a relationship with this person, let's have a candid conversation. Now, I'm not telling you to tell me what your investment account is like, your 401k is like, but you need to let me know who you are. If I'm letting you know who
People
I
don't
am.
do that though.
But they should, because let me tell you, if you don't do that, you get into because the circle is small. The circle is small. You get into like mix in Atlanta. The kids coming up speaking to you, your partner can say, "Oh, who is that? How you know them?" What you gonna say?
Okay, now here's another question about that. Okay, because for instance, I had a relationship where the person was taking Suboxone. I had no idea, and
heroin, opiate.
Yes, and here's the thing: they didn't reveal that until a year into the relationship because they felt they didn't really know how I would receive it. And the same question I would say is, "What's that?" I asked the same exact question. Do you now say, based upon not even knowing what this relationship, how it's affecting your sex life, because it really did. It truly does. It tremendously affected. Imagine the point it was like once a month to the point almost so I wanted to have to. I had to say, "Hey, wait, goddammit!" I had to let this person know. Look, what's. Because I was like, okay, damn. I thought, was it because I'm getting a little chubby? I thought it's so many other things. So many other things.
It depletes your sex drive.
But let me tell you, it did. To the point we had to negotiate, and he was willing to do it once a week. So at least I knew 4 times a month was the only time I'm gonna get it. Ain't no surprise, ain't no taking it, ain't no nothing like that. But because I was in the relationship, I suffered on, So, is that something I would do again? No. But that was something that I experienced to say, well, do I want to automatically leave this person or cheat on this person based upon, no, and I did.
I am not
Reggie
totally in agreement with Tone. However, there comes a point where I think that he's absolutely right. I think that maybe it's how you express it that I'm not in agreement with, but I think that the ability to communicate with your partner, to sit back and say like, hey, this is who I am, this is what I like, this is what I'm into. It may not happen in that first month, but as long as we keep an open dialogue and open communication, then yeah, this is what's going on. Now, substance abuse to me is something way different than my sexual fetishes, what I do for a living, or all that other stuff. Substance abuse is just different.
If it was their past, like for instance,
was it his past if it's still impacting you today, where you're saying we can only have sex once a month because his drug addiction has gotten into that place where he can only be sexual with you once a month.
And see, but there was also a discovery period because I didn't know what the hell Suboxone was.
Right.
He didn't know how. He said himself, "I did not know how to reveal this to you, Chris." And because of the fact that he did not know how to reveal it, but yet he still really appreciated the relationship. Right. He really liked how everything was going. Mm-hmm. He just didn't know how do I bring this up because it's affecting Chris is questioning our sex life, and I don't have that drive anymore. And so it was something that he was hiding. And I'm the type of person, Chris. Seriously, I'm the type of person that is very patient. And I'm not gonna just up and dodge, because that's just it's not within my core. I can definitely weather the storm, but I know that we either come to some negotiation. I negotiated to accept once a week.
Let me be very clear. A person who's on Suboxone maintenance, the maintenance himself is a spin-off of something else. So Suboxone was not the problem.
Let me tell you, he definitely revealed that there was a drug past.
I see. Okay.
He definitely revealed there was a drug past.
But see, usually what happens is with Suboxone maintenance is that if you're taking it as prescribed, there's no sex issues.
Really?
Right now.
Then you know what? Definitely there was some other side and see.
I'm thinking my own professional experience that usually not much sexual issues. The issue comes when you're abusing it. and you're taking it non-prescribed.
Oh.
But let me ask this question.
Okay, well, that was unless you learned, you taught me something, but good thing we were together.
Let me ask this question though.
I'm like, what you doing?
See, here's my own issue is that we're evolving to a relationship, and there's something going on that you can't tell me about. And you love me, I love you, I want to be with you. When that person comes to the conclusion that I need to have a conversation, because you never know if I know about it, I agree with it, I embrace it or accept it, whatever. Because it's just going to make it into a frustrating situation where I'm like, 5 years in, I'm like, I've been dealing with this for 2 years. The issue, fuck it, I'm out. But if you don't tell me about it, I can't make a decision. You taking away my choice.
And
if you take away my choice, it's like I don't know how to embrace you, help you, or deal with our relationship if you don't have a discussion with me.
Right.
Now, everybody's not the same.
Right.
Whether it's a drug issue, a fetish issue, or financial issue, everybody's not the same. But I kind of feel that if you make an effort, you never know what the case may end up being by talking to that person. Right. And that's why I think you meet somebody on Grindr or AFA or whatever, and it evolves into a relationship. You get into year 3 and you're just frustrated. We ain't got to year 7 to be frustrated. We in year 3 and we're frustrated as hell. So what's going on? And the person don't want to talk to you, but you don't want to walk away.
Right.
But you're like, well, let me just weather the storm. Mama said this, mama said this about relationship or whatever. But it comes to a point well, fuck, what the issue is.
Man, you gotta love real talk conversations. Gotta love that. Okay, this concludes part 1 of our booty call conversation that we're having with Titus, Tony, and Reggie. And this is again Chris with Brothaspeak Podcast, where we talk about Black LGBT issues and topics. And we will have part 2 later within the week. Have a wonderful day.